All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday indeed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I woke up like 3 minutes ago. I totally overslept today. Just barely got my coffee brewed, and here I am. So I have a fun idea though. Yeah, it's Friday again, Skill. We're not gonna do any talking today. Because it's Friday. I've decided that Fridays I'm just not gonna teach. We're just gonna have fun on Fridays. I just don't really care. It's a lot of work to put the thought into Monday through Thursday already. So let's just have some fun today and do a little bit of playing. I'm gonna go right to my table, and we're gonna do this. What I'm gonna do today in the field, but we could really do what I'm gonna do anywhere. We're gonna play a thing called the permanent press today, which I think you've seen before. I do this actually. I actually do this for real on the roulette table. This is actually a way that I play. But on craps, there's not really a good equivalent bet for what I'm going to show you. So I'll show it to you here. We may even switch over and do a little bit of blackjack. But anyway, let's just hop right to it. And give me a second to go to my table. I'm going to go to here. All right, there's that. We want to see the word. Great win last night. Oh my God, what a win. That was crazy. Totally crazy win last night. It was one of those games where, 3 different times during the game, I'm like, we're done. You know what I mean? Like those picks were so heinous by Darnold, right? And Darnold's one of these guys where I love and hate him all at the same time. I think he's a really good quarterback. I think he's got a really good potential, but he just has these weird little lapses. You know what I mean? He's not the guy that you're saying, well, ball in hand, fourth quarter, we got this, like you do with Mahomes or some of the other guys. But he's a gamer, man. He stepped up last night, and I think that was so much fun. Anyway, let's play. Let's do a little bit. I'm gonna put the bank's money right here in front of me. I got blacks and greens there. I got $1,000 in a rack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in green, 5 in black, and we're gonna do a thing called the permanent press. And all that means is I'm gonna press my bet every single time. That's it. I'm going to go up by a unit every single spin of the dice, no matter what happens. All right. Ian, good job. I said we were joking last night. Like Ian went to the game last night. That last play, I think, happened right in front of him. The last play, the last touchdown, and the 2-pointer. I've been in Ian's seats. He sits about 25 rows from the field, something like that, right in that end zone. So, yeah, that was awesome, dude. All right, here we go. Right, permanent press time. Friday Follies. It's going to be a simple one. All I'm going to do is take a quarter from my rack, bet the field. Win or lose, the next bet is 50. Win or lose, the next bet is 75. Win or lose, the next bet's 100. We're going to run through the bankroll one time and see what's on this side. If it wins, it comes back to the back side of the rack. If it loses, we come from the front side of the rack, and we're just going to see in the end if we have more than $1,000. That's the whole thing. Not very difficult. My fingers don't work, as you can tell, so I'm fumbling around a little bit. I'm still dealing with this. All right, here we go. First bet. Don't care about the puck. Just gonna roll dice. It's a 4, so the 4 wins. Okay. Next bet is always up by 1, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the win to my rack, make the next bet look like 2. That's how we're gonna do this. Okay, take the wins. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do it like this. I'll leave it out here. As we win extra, we'll put in the back. That's how we'll make a play. All right, here we go. What you really need is a couple in a row, because here's 2 wins in a row. So we win 2, right? It goes up by 1. Now we pull a profit. This is such a dumb way to play the game. My God. All right, we lose 3. Our next bet now is 4. We'll probably do this like 5 times. This bankroll won't last very long, but here we go. Stack 3 or 4 in a row will be okay. That was a 4-unit bet. Now we're going to go to 5 units. So there's 125. How in the hell is this ever going to work, right? It's funny. If you catch a little bit of a run, it actually works great. There's a 150, but if we catch this negative run, we'll be out. Light $1,000 on fire fast. All right, there's a 9, so it's going to pay 150, 150, right? It goes to 175, and now we get a 150 back to the rack. So you'll see that if we catch 2 or 3 in a row, we'll be just fine. Come on, midnight, right? There you go. And we got a 10. Look at that, a 10. So it pays 175, right? It goes up, and we just pull another one back. So I think we've actually recovered the losses from before already. How about a nice win right here, huh? Wouldn't it be great? Let's make this look like a black chip. Come on. Come on. This is the one right here. Ah, it's a 6. Shoot, that hurts. That 225 would have been a nice win. All right, now we're going to go to 2 1/4. 2 1/4. An 8. Oh my goodness gracious! Come on. Now it's got to. Oh, I'm done. That's my last bet. I only have 2 1/4 left. So $1,000 ain't very much to get through this. You probably need about 5. And there's a 7. All right, so that we lost everything. We have 200 and we have $300 in the rack, right? First round lost 700. Whatever. Let's do it again. When I do this on roulette, by the way, I play the dozens. I play 2 dozens like this, right? Because what happens is, and you typically start it with 2 units each, because you'll lose 1 and you'll win like this, and it looks like 3 each, right? If you win another set of 2 dozens where you're catching 2/3 of the board, basically, right? Instead of not even half the board, that's the difference. And this wins 2. They both go up by 1, and you're taking 5 units back to your rack, right? And then this starts to grow really quick, like that. But in craps, it's hard to produce that kind of a spread in craps. Anyway, let's do it again. Let's do this time we'll do more money. Let's do 500. I want to play for a longer time. Let's do 500, 1,000. We'll do 1,500. What am I doing here? 500. I can't add. I can't. My fingers don't fucking work. It's just a mess. All right. There's 1,500 in black. There's going to be or 1,000 in green, and we'll do 2,500 in purple. So we have 5 grand. We can play this for a little while longer now, and we'll just see how that works out. All right. Let's see if we can't stay long enough, use our bankroll to stay long enough to catch a run. And maybe, just maybe on a Friday. You know what's funny? I've been doing this show now for how long? For 5 years, right? This week and last week combined, I don't think, except for one day this week, I showed a profit. I haven't shown a profit in like 2 weeks of shows. Like I've gotten destroyed every day. Every day I've gotten destroyed for like the last month. It feels like it's been so bad. Here we go. We are owed. The universe owes us a win. Let's permanent press this thing, shall we? $5,000. 25, 3, 4. Wait, 2,500, 3,000, 3,500, and 500. Oh, we're only 4,000. We have 4,000, not 5,000. 25. Oh, I'm missing a stack of blacks. That's why. 2,500. There we go. That's right. 25, 3, 35, 45, 5. Okay, now we got 5,000. Let's do it. Here we go. Would you be interested in a free buffet? That's the quote of the week right there. I'm telling you what, they love me. All right, we lose a quarter. Let's go for 2. Let's go for 2. Come on. There's a 9. All right, that's going to be paid 2, up by 1, keep 1. There's an 11. That's great. Pays 3, up by 1, we'll keep 2. And the nice thing is, we're even now, right? We started out with a couple, right? Now we can build. Come on, build. Build with me. Casino, help me out here. 4. All right, that pays a black chip. There's 4 out there, right? So we'll go to 1 1/4, right? We'll take the 3 back. Wayne says, how would this work adding the 5, 6, and 8 and pressing them a unit on a win? The thing with this, I think that works, that makes this work, is that the win is the same size as the unit you're going up, right? When you're I tried this up top one time at like 330 inside because it pays 110, and you go up by 110, up by 110, up by 110. The problem is you're going up by 110, you're only keeping like 20, 30 bucks every time when you start adding numbers up in here. Until these are paying as much money as you started with, it doesn't work that well. You got to get these bets up to like 880 inside. And even then, it still isn't paying 330 on the win. So it takes a long time to build these up because they pay so much less. I try to find a 50-50 bet that does it. So blackjack, Bach, you know, the red, black, whatever. Even the dozens, because they pay 2-1, you're okay. It's still a rough slog. All right, come on, let's do this right here. Ready? 4 or 5 in a row. By the time we burn the whole bankroll, it's going to be really bad. All right, there's 1 1/4. So now it's going to be 150. Come on, John, get your fingers to work. 125, 150. This would be a good problem for Waylon to try and solve. How to find a way to play this in other places. That is a 10. I know a guy who does this on the ATS, actually. He does, I met him in Vegas last time. He plays the ATS 111, 222, 333, 4. He goes up by $1 every single time that he wins or loses a bet up here. They go up by 1 unit, whether he hits the side or not. And of course he's going up by a unit because of all the come out sevens and stuff. That's what he does as he plays the ATS with an incremental forever press. All right, up by 1. Let's pull some of these. I'll color up there if I need to later on. We got a 6. It's 175. Ow. So it goes to 2. There's a 10. That'll pay 200. We'll put the 200 back here, and I'll take a 1/4 out of the profit side to make it 2 1/4. And 8. So we lose 2 1/4. Looks like 250. Four. Ooh, nice win. 250 on that win. Up by 1/4. We'll take this back to the rack. Ah, man, 6. So it's 275 now. So now it goes to 300. Whoop, I didn't spin that around. 7. Okay, 300 goes to 325. Now we're going to start losing. Bigger chunks. Bigger chunks. Oh, it's an 11. I thought it was going to be a 12. 3 1/4. Looks like 350. There's no way we're going to make $5,000 on this. Unless we hit like 4 of those in a row, we're going to be pretty screwed. There you go, Waylon. There's the midnight. Oh my God. All right. We'll play it double. So it's going to pay $700. That's good. $700 win. Nice win right there. And we'll go up by 1/4. Or not by there. We'll go up by 1/4 from our rack. Up by 1/4. We'll take the $700 back. How nice was that? Woo! Let's double that up. Come on. How about it? How about it? Ah, it's a 6. So that was 375. So now our next bet's 4, which is here. It's an 8. Damn it. All right, 4 1/4. Is that a 9? No, that'll work. That pays 4 1/4. It goes to 450. We'll pocket the blacks. Come on. Ooh, it's a 4. That's at 450. 450. Looks like 475. Look at us. Look at us. Making it rain over here. All right, now we're at 475. Come on. Now, how about a 2? How about one of those nice sexy 2s? Or a 10 will work too. That'll pay 475. Let's do like this. Let's do 500 for 1/4. Okay? And we'll make it look like 500 now. Wowie, wowie, wowie. Let's actually make that look like a purple. $500 in the field, baby. Let's go. Oh, it's an 8. All right, 525. 3. That's great. That pays 525. It looks like 550. We'll take that back. 4. Woo! 550. Looks like 575. We'll take that to the rack. Yes. Yes, 575. We'll push that up and we'll take that back to the rack. How about us? We might actually come out of this thing even. So now we have 600 out there. All right. 7. Had to end sometime. Now we're at 625. So 5, 6, 25. Six again. Oh, geez. Now it's got to be 5, 650. This will be our last bet, I think. There's 650. I have enough for probably one more if we don't win here. 4. That's great. 5, 6, 50. It goes to 675. Ouch. All right. Let's do it. Another 4. 5, 6, 75. We'll go to 700 with it and take this back to the rack. Ooh, that was going to be a 12. Did you see that? All right, that's going to pay 5, 6, 700 bucks. Okay, so we go to 725, and we'll take that back. Ow. Just can't use that middle. The middle finger on this hand is the one that hurts. This is the one that it's numb, but it hurts. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's no feeling in the whole finger. But that fingertip is hurting so bad. And when I grip in here, this is what is killing me. Small moves, but I should show you guys the picture actually of the thing he got stuck in. There's an 8. If you're curious, that was what, 725. So the next bet is going to be 750. So 5, 750. That will be our last bet. We're not going to have enough money to make any more bets unless we just go all in on the last one. This is a big one. We need this one here to do it. Right? Let's go. Come on, baby. That hurt. That's an 8. All right, we can take our last bet and just go all in. We're just going to rail dump our last 350. Come on. Nice win to walk away with, huh? Nope, just donated 350. All right, that goes to the dealers. All right, here we go. Did we win any money? We started with $5,000 that round. I don't think we did. We'll see. Let's see what we did here. There's our greens. We have 1, 2, 3, 450 in greens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's take the blacks out of here. Again, we start with $5,000. So there's no way we made $5,000 doing this. Here's 500, 1,000. Left-handed, this is hard. 2,000, 2,500. I think is what we started with, right? So there's 2,500, and in the purples we got 1,000, 2,000, 3. Look at that. So 2,500. There's 2,500 in purples, which means we made 1,550 with that stupid strategy. Now the first round we lost 1,000, right, in the first go round. So my net for the 2 rounds is plus 550. Everybody go to the casino and do that right now, or don't ever do that because it's dumb. But that was kind of fun. I want to do it again. Let's burn another $5,000. Let's do it again. Let's burn one more set of 5K, and let's do it. So I need to get 500 in green. Right, we'll put our profits over here forever. 500 in green. All right, we got. That's close to a stack. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was exactly a stack. 1 extra. All right, we're going to start with a 2-unit bet. We'll do 2 units the first time instead of 1, because that way we can just immediately pull profit back. All right, ready? Here we go. Last run. The last run of the permanent press. We start out with a loss. 75 is the next one. 11 yo. All right, there it is. There's an 11. Again, up by 1, and we'll pull. And you can imagine, I said, imagine dozens, right? Where you're both go up. If you do dozens with this thing and you have 2 stacks going, you have 2 stacks of 20 chips in your back of your rack, 2 stacks of 20. As you go, you stop when you get a 3rd stack of 20. It's not that hard, actually. It's actually pretty easy to do in roulette. I'll show you one day in roulette how this works when I get my table reestablished. Anyway, I think you'll like it. We'll do a Friday Follies on roulette doing this. I think you'll actually like it. All right, there's $100. Midnight. Who's your daddy? That pays 2. I'm not paying triple. I'm just going to pay double. So now it'll be 125 is the next bet. So 125, and all this comes back. We should go home right now because we're actually in profit. We should stop playing right now, right? This is Greg. That's great. This is the Afghanistan. There's no exit. The exit strategy is when you make your last bet. You're just gonna burn the whole. But honestly, we're out, right? Because you've got 1, 2, 375, 400, 500. We're actually up $1.25. Right, that's these tips back here. That's your bankroll. We're actually up $125. You should be done, right? Technically speaking, you should be done. We're just gonna rip the bankroll. We're just gonna rip the whole thing and see what happens. Come on, we haven't seen a aces yet. There's a 4 though that pays 125. It goes to 150, and we'll take our back. There's an 8, 1.5. 1.5. You're just looking for the run, right? So 175 now. We're looking for just a good little like we had last time. 4 or 5 in a row, right? There we go. Yeah, bankroll reset after each 100. That's a great call, Dr. S. See, but the thing is this: you're trying to put money management and logic into a Friday Folly show, which is not allowed. But you're right. If you got $100, reset and start over again. We're just going to run it through because it's fun. But totally, I hear you there. That's why I'm glad Waylon's here, because I think there's actually something to this. $200 next bet. There's something to it in terms of there's a potential here to actually put some logic behind it and actually make it work somehow. I'm just gonna light. Oh, there's a 3. Light the fire. We'll pay $200 like that, okay? And so we can go up by our quarter and take the rest over here. And there's a 7, so that's 225. Looks like 250. And it's a 6. That sucks. 275. I'll keep grabbing them for you. 5. Oh boy, 3 in a row. Ugh, that's $300 now. Boy, this is gonna get ugly if we don't get it. Yeah, you're right, Dr. S, right? There's the aces, finally, right? That pays double. That pays 6. That's great. It goes up by, we'll make this quarters here. It goes up by 6, up by a quarter. We need some purple hits for sure. All righty. Another 6. 325. So now it looks like 350. This is going way faster than the first game did. Come on, how about it? There it is. 350. 350. Looks like 375. Take some blacks back. Come on, field. 10 hard. 375. So we'll make it look like 400 even. We'll take all this back. Can't do it with that hand. All right, there's the greens. There's the blacks. I'm going to actually trade some of these greens in here. 1, 2, $300 in green. Because the bank kind of needs them. All right. Yeah, a place bet you could think about too, right? But how long would it take to do the show? If I did like just the 5 only or just the 4 only, we'd be here for 2 hours trying to get right. That's why I'm doing the field, because it's fast. Just to see the betting pattern. Right? That 400 though pays 800. I'm just trying to get fast resolutions, right? If we did it in Baccarat, same thing, right? It's a 50-50 shot in Baccarat or blackjack. This method in those games with the bankroll reset is actually not that bad, right? We should try that one of these days and go do a bankroll reset version of this thing on a real game. Maybe that's a good call for Monday. Maybe Monday we'll try it with blackjack. We'll just see what happens. All right, so 400. I'm going to pay that one with greens. So it goes to 4.25. We take that nice fat stanky win back to the house with us. We love that. All right. Yeah, like I said, there's something to this, right? The idea behind it, but not this. I'm just trying to go as fast as I can. Yeah, it would be boring, Greg. The problem is that I only have like 20 minutes to do a show every day, so I couldn't really do it with any kind of, it wouldn't be entertaining at all, right? It would be so boring. All right, 450. We only have a few more shots here. We got maybe 5 more spins in us. I need some big fat wins here. There's a 10. Whew, that'll pay 500 for 50, okay? We'll take that back to the rack. I'm going to take a quarter out of the profits, out of the front side, and make it look like 4.25. Okay? Actually, it should be 475, not 4. There it is. We lost 475. I got screwed up. Now we're at 500 even. This is looking pretty light back here. Pretty light. 5.25 we need. We're looking pretty ugly. 5.25. We need to get 4 or 5 of these in a row. Oh, no. Oh, no. 550. Come on, Johnny. Get a win right here, huh? Huh? Is that a 10? A 6-4 10? 550. Looks like 575. That's a good one. We need a lot of purples. That's an 8. Damn it. All right, now we're going to go to 6. This will for sure be our last one here in the rack. Whatever is in the rack is the last one. 1 in a row. I need 2 in a row. Come on. Right here. Come on. Do it. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's our last bet. We're all in. All in. How about a midnight right here? How about a little midnight? Come on. There's a 9. That'll work. So 5, 6, 25 goes to 650. We have room to play one more time. Come on, baby. 2 or 12 or a 7. Okay, well, that's fine too. All right, how do we do this time? I don't think we did it this time. This time, I think we're pretty much going to be underneath. All right, we got 250 in greens. There's the 2. The blacks look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 500 in black. There's 1,500, so 3 purples there. Okay, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 150. So this time we lost 950. So we lost 850 here. So first hand we lost 1,000. This one we lost 850. The last one, actually we can't take the 1,000. We already took the 1,000 out. So if we take this 550 that we won, we're down $300, right? This is an 850 loss. We were net up 550 before, so we're down for the 3 rounds. We're down $300 in the stupid field, right? Which is again the worst bet you can probably make in all of craps besides a hot bet. So that's actually not terrible if you think about it. Like I know it's awful to lose money, but for the field to have only lost a few $100 is not bad, right? Imagine on a more fair game, like I said, Bach or blackjack with the up every time thing. And if you did a bankroll reset with it, you might not be in the worst possible case. I'm going to try it on Monday. We'll try this with blackjack on Monday. Maybe Baccarat. I'll go to the Wizards website. We'll do some Baccarat on the video game. But I'd love to see somebody explore it up here. If you want to do this up here, Waylon, on the 4 or the 10, which would be great because the 4 or 10, obviously, when they hit, you're gonna get paid that double, right? So it's going to be a nice little change of pace on the wins. I think it's interesting. And again, not every spin or every roll, but just when you lose. So if you throw a 7, the 4 becomes 50. You throw a 7, the 4 becomes 75, right? When you win, that pays 150 and it looks like 100, and just keep on pulling it back. That could actually be a thing. I would be very interested to see how this does on the 4 or the 10. Just up every time you win or lose, not every roll. Have fun with that. Maybe do that, Waylon. And I'll do it on card games on Monday. We'll see where it lands. That's kind of a goofy, fun thing to try. Anyway, that's that. It is Friday. I've got to get to work. I've got a big day today. We have we're pushing towards an app release, by the way, of the 28th of December for the actual full game. Not on the App Store for your phone, but on the web version of it, plus the full web app on next Sunday. So I've got to really bust it here. Going to be a lot of 12-hour days in my future, but we are this close to having this thing out for a real official awesome beta, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So with that said, y'all have a great day. I'm going to remind you, my last thing of the day always is going to be a reminder of something inspirational. And the inspirational thing today is pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. I say this all the time. Suffering is a choice, right? We all experience pain. We're all supposed to experience pain. We're built for pain. We're not built to suffer. And I think, to me, that suffering is here, right? You allow it to happen. You allow it to creep in. You let it affect you, right? You cause your own suffering. You're going to experience pain. It's how you deal with that pain, how you walk through the pain that makes it happen, right? Whether it's gambling or whether it's your life. And there it is. That's it. Happy Friday. I'll see y'all next week. God bless everybody. See you then.